Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to the Poetry Reading with Fatal Bells. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Hi, Deepa, man. I could see a smile. Your beautiful smile. Sorry you missed, the last 2 weeks, your presence. It's such a nice, and it's nice to have you always. And hi, Richard. Hi, Dina sir. Hi, Meena ma'am. Maria. Uh, how about getting started? Let us get started. So who's going to be first? Of course, Richard, and then Dr. Deena Padayachee. Richard, over to you. It's Richard. You need to unmute your mic.
I have two little poems for you. Hopefully, you'll find them amusing. This first one is out of respect for science. Too many people, because they're not educated very well, are afraid of science and they do not appreciate how much science has built this world. So, my first poem is called If Researchers Don't. If researchers don't share the dope, will the viruses then just plumb up, give hope? If the researchers can't take and share notes, does that mean that the fever's broke? If the virus doesn't get publicity, does that mean for us inoculation is not a necessity? If we go to pull a pillow over our collective heads, will that help us when we're dead? If we close all the funeral homes, does that mean that death himself will no more roam? If scientists allow big fools like these to remove the tools we need against all disease, and then the scientists must be revolutionaries too, if any of us are to survive this corrupted, foolish, Trumptatious zoo. And every and all the Trumpian denialism steers us dizzily toward the cliff of ignorosity and revivalism. Or may cooler heads yet prevail? Does the Secretary of Health wear or dine on his own tail? Will we resort to 17th century theories of humors? Are voodoo dolls next? Will they be used to remove the hex? But will it work on tumors? Or will we be bleeding? Will that be next? Shall we just throw out science? Oh, what the heck. Sharing knowledge is the basis of science. Provable hypotheses have given us reliable, provable science. It reduces the catastrophe, but these fools that try to hide information, we know their game. They've never won, not in any nation. And then this one, I'm very much a student of Zen philosophy, although I've read widely. For me, Zen speaks to my heart. I like its simplicity. So this is called My Favorite Philosopher. My favorite philosopher is Lao Tzu. You might be thinking, Lao, who? The simplicity of his thinking appeals to me. He requires very little belief as well, you might see. The local tribe in the place where I was born prefers a religion by and large that I came to spurn. It's not that it's foolish, it's not that it's dumb, but despite how long they practice, they don't seem to understand how it's done. Lao Tzu references water. He finds wisdom there, and his worshippers find no need to bind him to a chair. The knowledge you need, he says, you will find within. It's nothing at all about worshiping him. Letting go with Lao Tzu is an important theme. All this maintaining of formalities and imposing of schemes often does little more for us than stifling our dreams. One of his favorite stories he explains very well. It's the dream of a butterfly you'll hear he proposed in this spell. He dreams he's a butterfly, but awake he's a man. But in the end, which is realer? On which foot does he stand? Each moment of perception has something to tell. To contend that one is realer seems pointless as well. Now, here's an example of his sort of teaching. You'll see in an instant the goal for which he's reaching. If you want to be whole, let yourself be partial. If you want to become straight, let yourself be crooked. If you want to become full, let yourself be empty. If you want to be reborn, let yourself die. If you want to be given everything, give everything up. This sort of elegant thinking, it seems, pull the most of expectations apart at the seams. The example he left us in fable and guide, all that pretentious striving can be left by the side. Simplicity, silence, listening within. You're always in church, divinity and simplicity with no banners to spin. Another example of his wisdom sheds much light. I urge you, give a listen. You might get it right. Kindness in words creates confidence. Kindness in thinking creates profoundness. Kindness in giving creates love. I've read many translations of books of wisdom. Very much goodness I have found within them. But the simple train of Lao Tzu's thinking gives me guidance and simple wisdom for living. I first saw the word Zen as a child. My Uncle Gene had several books with it. He was gentle and mild. A man of the world, a ham operator, radio connected to him, that was gold. Although I've read widely in religion over the years, the inclusivity I found brought me to this decision. I read from the Bible, the Quran, and such. I read from the Ramayana, the Upanishads, much. I read from the Egyptian and Tibetan books of the dead. I've learned so much wisdom. Ultimately, it sheds much light you might find, both celestial and divine. But in the simplicity of Zen, I sense much refined. Taking any road, I urge you, my chum, with the rich, elaborate ritual, in silence you'll come to the simplest truth. You'll find when you come. You'll find me here and now in the flowing clear river of Zen, the wise man who knows what he does not know. All streams flow to the sea because it's lower than they are. Humility gives it its power. Thank you, my friends. An honor to be
Wow,
with you.
that's profound, and it's a different take from your regular presentations. I would say, Richard. Uh, Very philosophical and very grounded and it's so beautiful. Yes,
Thank you so
it's
much.
all about.
Namaskar.
Thank you so much. If anybody would like to react, Deepa ma'am, Meena ma'am, Maria, anybody, you are free to. Dina sir. Yes, please.
I think Richard always bring excellent topics to recite, and we have a great poet here on the Fertile Plains platform. Congrats, Richard.
Thank you,
Thank
Richard. That's some, very enlightening and simply, I mean, wisdom. I mean, like wise words. In fact, I would say that summed up beautifully captured. Thank you so much, Richard. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Please welcome Miss Meena Chauhan.
Good morning and good evening, all my poets. And प्रसन्ना, मैं एक छोटी सी कविता हिंदी में पढ़ने जा रही हूँ। आजकल बहुत बरसात हो रहा है, रेन, हर जगह बारिश ही बारिश और वर्षा ऋतु आ गई है। उस पे छोटी सी कविता है हिंदी में। शीर्षक है बादल। बादल बादल प्यारे काले बादल, तुम भगवान के डाकिया हो। बादल प्यारे काले बादल, तुम भगवान के डाकिया हो, जो एक देश से दूसरे देश तक को जाते हो। हम समझ नहीं पाते, मगर उनकी लाई चिट्ठियां पेड़ पौधे पानी और पहाड़ बांचते हैं। हम समझ नहीं पाते, मगर उनकी लाई चिट्ठियां पेड़ पौधे पानी और पहाड़ बांचते हैं। मेरे प्यारे काले बादल, मुझे पता है आपके साथ बारिश भी रहती है। मुझे पता है आपके साथ बारिश भी रहती है। पहले आप आते हो, फिर बारिश होती है। आप दोनों का बहुत प्यारा रिश्ता है। आप दोनों का बहुत प्यारा रिश्ता है। मेरे प्यारे काले बादल, यूं गरजे यूं बरसे, हवा भी जोर से चलती है। आसमान पे छाए बादल गड़गड़ की धुन में ढोल नगाड़े बजाते। बिजली चमके चमचम, छम छम नाच दिखाते बादल, धरती की आंगन झुमाते बादल। मेरे प्यारे काले बादल, सूरज भी छुप जाता घने बादलों के ढेर में। बादलों की घमा चौड़ी में आकाश का आकाश का खेल का मैदान बन जाता। मेरे प्यारे काले बादल, गर्मी की जलती तपती धूप लू से ये बादल हमें राहत दिलाते। अन उपजाऊ को भी उपजाऊ बनाते। कहीं कहीं पर ये त्राही भी मचाते, मगर अन्न वृद्धि को बढ़ाते बादल। सूखी नदियों को पानी से भर देते, बंजर जमीन को उपजाऊ बनाते। इस धरती को नहलाकर हरियाली को बढ़ाते बादल। धरती को फूल पौधों से संवारते हैं ये बादल। तुम भगवान के डाकिया हो, मेरे प्यारे काले बादल, भूरे सफेद बादल और मेरे प्यारे काले बादल। थैंक यू प्रसन्ना,
क्या बात
छोटी
है।
सी कविता है।
बहुत। और कुछ पढ़ना चाहेंगे मैम? और कुछ पढ़ना चाहेंगे?
अभी मैंने तो एक ही अभी ये जो किताब छपी थी पहले नीलाम्बरा में, ये कविता मैंने लिखी थी, वो पढ़ रही हूँ। इसी में से मैं एक और पढ़ देती हूँ। बेल की गाथा। बेल जो है, पेड़ के साथ एक पतली सी बेल पेड़ के साथ कैसे चिपकती है और कैसे अपनी जिंदगी को आगे बढ़ाती है। तो कवि लिखता है, एक बेल की गाथा। मेरे घर के पेड़ से सटी गमले में लगी चमेली की बेल उभरती चली जाती। मेरे घर के पेड़ से सटी गमले में लगी चमेली की पेड़ उभरती चली जा रही है। देखते ही देखते ऐसे ही मेरी जिंदगी की बेल। कवि कहता है कि मेरी जिंदगी की बेल भी इसी तरह की है। देखो कैसे लिपटी पेड़ से ऊपर चढ़ती जाती बेल, नभ से हाथ मिलाती बेल। सर्दी गर्मी वर्षा से तनिक नहीं घबराती बेल। ऐसी है मेरी जिंदगी की बेल। ये कवि कहता है। तेज हवाओं के झोंकों में मस्ती में फिर लहराती बेल। मधुमक्खी भौरा जब आते फूले नहीं समाती बेल। ऐसी है मेरी जिंदगी की बेल। थोड़ी सी भी जगह मिले अपने पांव फैलाती बेल। थोड़ी सी भी जगह मिले अपनी पैर फैलाती बेल। जिधर मोड़ दो उधर ही मुड़ जाती। वृक्षों का मान बढ़ाती बेल। हाथ हिलाकर हवाओं को अपने पास बुलाती बेल। ऐसी ही है मेरी जिंदगी की बेल। जिसको जितना भी काटो इसको जितना भी काटो या छाटो फिर से हरिया जाती बेल। जीवन की जो जीवन को जी भर जीने का राह हमें दिखाती बेल। ऐसी है मेरी जिंदगी की बेल। ऐसी है मेरी जिंदगी की बेल। छोटी सी कविता हिंदी।
बहुत बहुत खूब मैम, बहुत खूब। और बादल भी और जिंदगी की ये भी। बहुत बहुत अच्छा सुनाया आपने। प्लीज गिव ए राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, दैट वाज मीना चौहान। प्लीज वेलकम डॉक्टर दीना पारियाची।
Hello, everybody. It's nice to be back, and it's nice to see all of y'all. This is Deena from South Africa, and I'm going to introduce a poem which is the very first poem in my collection called A Voice from the Cauldron, which was published in 1986 during apartheid. So you bear with me. This is about how we were brought up during apartheid so that we would be less rebellious people. We were not really citizens, we were not allowed to vote. And it was like we were made to feel as if we were on sufferance, and it was better if we had not been born and we were not in South Africa. The poem's called Catalyst. You called me a copyist and forced me to research my own heritage. You linked my color to the devil and made me appreciate its rich, protective hue. You spoke of your technological superiority and made me learn of science. You called me stupid and you made me study endlessly. You distorted the truth and sharpened my brain. You called me uncivilized and made me learn of my culture. You rejected, embarrassed, and humiliated me, and you helped to create a writer. Yes, I like you. The blood from your spurs is the angry red platform on which I rise. Um, yeah, and interestingly, I think the apartheid authorities were so busy with other people, and I think they saw poems as not a threat to them because hardly anybody reads poetry. So the book was not banned, even though I was obviously given a bit of attention from the special branch, the secret police of apartheid. The next poem is called Skin. It was published in Glow Mag in May and June of 2018. This one is a bit of a difficult poem, uh, and I think it's a problem that appears right through the world um, for people who have dark skins. And I think some of you are aware that when I was on holiday in January, I asked for a cup of coffee at a restaurant, and the African person would not give me the coffee.
Oh.
He sort of pointed to somebody else to give the coffee. And then when a white couple came and sat next to us, the table parallel to us, they asked for coffee. It was in the morning, and they got coffee immediately from the same black gentleman. And then I had to ask the black man whether being black is something that stops you from getting coffee. And he was black himself. So it was really quite sad. But anyway, skin. To be not quite Indian and not quite black. To be an ebony, curly haired Indian in an Indian inferno. To be the blackest in the family, the blackest in the class. To be blacker than most in Nguni. To be seen by them as some kind of mulatto, as something impure, as something contaminated, as something that is a stain on the honor of the light skinned Indians who boast of their white blood, as something that needs ethnic cleansing, to be black in an Indian cauldron, to be told that one has the devil's color, to be perpetually nervous and stressed, to have open season on your skin all year round, to be a permanent target, to be black in an Indian fire, to be something the proud, pure, tea colored Indians are ashamed of, to be blacklisted, ignored, marginalized, and ostracized, to be beyond the Indian conscience, to be called kafir to your face by fair skinned Indians who desperately try to prove that they are not related to you, to be seen as an unpleasantness, as an entity less than noble or human, to never quite fit in, to never really be accepted, to see the resentment in the eyes, the anger, the fury, the rejection, to be told by pure, honorary white Indians that one is neither Indian nor Indian enough to be included in an anthology of vintage South African Indian writing, to be always picked on, to see them exult in your humiliation, to have your protective, divinely endowed melanin turned by them into a shroud, to be mocked and derided by the Ubermenschen Indians, to be rejected, eviscerated, masticated, incinerated, and spat out, to be black. Thank you.
It's totally, the inner churning and how pathetic it is, when you feel discriminated and we feel, you know, you're born, you're humiliated by the very means of the color. And
Yes.
you wonder as to why I was born and what,
True.
so what is my, wrong,
Yeah.
maybe like, it's very
Just to
deep.
stay alive
It's a
it
very
takes
difficult.
courage.
It is very difficult to express or maybe convey the inner burning or inner turmoil. The
Yeah.
one who faces only could, understand. But poetry is like you said, is hardly read these days.
Yeah.
Maybe don't take us for that. If anybody would like to react.
I think apartheid was a shame on Africa, but colored people is discriminated not only in Africa. It's a worldwide problem, and prejudice is horrible, in my opinion. But I also think that colored people discriminate themselves sometimes,
Yeah.
and those ones that should react against sometimes they look like other people who judge him who judge them in the worst way. That's my opinion. Thank you, Deena.
I agree with
Thank
you.
you.
I would like to, hello, Prasanna ji,
Hello.
I would like to say something. I really feel it's very brave, Dr. Deena, that you spoke about it. And I congratulate you that you recited this poem. And treating people unfairly is just not done. It's just not done. Be it on any basis, whether it is race, skin color, ethnicity, cultural background, whatever. And we have to speak against this kind of discrimination. And I'm so glad that you did. And many a times it so happens that somebody has to take this up, because what happens, people internalize these kind of things, and they start behaving like a typical stereotype persons. So this kind of discrimination has to be discouraged everywhere at all cost. Whatever it might take, it has to be discouraged. And good that you raised this on this platform. And I am very, very, my compliments to you, Dr. Deena, for this. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Exactly, ma'am. Thank you so much for your, for kind reaction.
Happy birthday, Dr. Deena. It's a joy to hear you again
Oh,
as
we
well.
have many returns of the day,
Bravo.
many returns of the day. So,
Yeah,
happy
it was on
birthday to
Wednesday.
you. Happy
Never too late to celebrate.
to Deena.
Thank you.
So please give all my dear friends a good day, free to wish Dr. Deena Padayachee is on his birthday. So it would be great. So many returns of the day, sir. Many returns of the
Thank
day.
you. Thank you very much. It's nice to be among friends, when one is celebrating. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go
Hello,
to
sir.
Dr.
Prasanna, sir. Can I talk
Huh?
with this topic? What he said, what I understand. Anjali Das.
Yes, please go ahead. Go ahead.
నేను తెలుగులో మాట్లాడొచ్చా సార్?
Yes, please.
ఓకే సార్, నాకు అండర్స్టాండ్ అయింది. కలర్ గురించి మాట్లాడారు కాబట్టి సార్, ఒక దగ్గర కాదు సార్, ప్రపంచంలో ప్రతి ఒక్క దగ్గర కూడా ప్రతి డిజేబిలిటీ మీద, ప్రతి ఒక్క కలర్ మీద ప్రతి ఒక్కళ్ళు మెన్షన్ చేస్తారు. ఆ మెన్షన్ ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే పర్ఫెక్ట్గా చూపించరు. వాళ్ళ ఫేస్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్స్ లోను, వాళ్ళు చేసేటువంటి యాక్టివిటీస్ లోను వాళ్ళు మనల్ని రిజెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు, వాళ్ళు మనల్ని ఐ మీన్ ఎలా అంటే మన కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ ని దెబ్బతీస్తూ ఉంటారు అనమాట. సో మనం స్టాండ్ అయ్యి, మన కోసం మనం స్టాండ్ అయ్యి మనం ముందుకు వెళ్ళగలిగితే ఇట్స్ ఎ గ్రేట్. మీరు ఇప్పుడు చదివింది, నేను విన్నది, ఐ ఫీల్ సో హ్యాపీ. ఎందుకంటే ఇది నాట్ అట్ ఆల్ ఒక ఏరియానో ఒక దేశంలోనో లేదు సార్, ప్రపంచం మొత్తం మీద ఉంది. సో దానికి సఫర్ అయ్యే వాళ్ళు ప్రతి ఒక్కళ్ళు ఉంటారు. సో మీది నాకు కొద్దిగా ఇట్ ఇస్ ఇన్స్పిరేషన్ ఫర్ అస్. థ్యాంక్ యూ. Thank you, sir.
So much, Rama. That was our take on the discrimination, and she appreciated Dr. Deena sir. Thank you so much, and ma'am. Thank you. You need to share your voice like this, you know. So it's all about that. So let's welcome Dr. Miss Deepa Srivastava. Dr. Srivastava, ma'am, Miss. I was just wondering if you are doctorate or
No, I'm Mrs. Deepa Srivastava.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you, Prasanna ji. Good evening, everybody. My pleasure to be here as always. So today, been listening to very good poems, and I'm enjoying every moment of it. So today evening, I'll be reading a poem of mine titled "Choice Made Us Friends." Choice made us friends. And I'm happy to share that this poem recently got published in an anthology. This is it, Nejpor, A Brief Awakening. And this poem, which I'm going to recite in a short while, it is basically reminiscing my days at school, where from a batch of around hundreds of students, we three girls came together and became friends, and gradually over the years became very close-knit friends. A very close-knit circle we still have. Though decades have passed since we finished school, and we three have lived a major active portion of our life also by now, but still we are connected. And even though we are located at three different parts of the globe, we often share our time together online. So the name of our three members WhatsApp group is also the same. That's the title of the poem, Choice Made Us Friends. So here is the poem. I'll read from this book. Choice Made Us Friends. Aligning in values, humor, vibing in matching energy, while we were being built, trio in school together, sharing tiffins and laughter, common interest in art, honing it all together, creating our raw draft. We do enjoy emotional safety, so pure and so comforting, memories vivid, stories to smile, nostalgia bonds us in style. Love has tied us together across time, distance, life trends. Yesterday, today, and forever. Yes, choice made us friends. Thank you. That's it.
That's so beautiful, ma'am. That's so sweet and very light, and it's like a feeling of camaraderie. I mean, that's what it conveys. So beautiful, so beautiful.
Thank you.
Please
Thank you,
welcome our next participant who is joined as first time Abhinav S. Nair. Abhinav S. Nair.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So it is my first time in this place and first time reading a poetry in front of you all. You are all seniors and I am very young. I am at 9th standard now. So when I started to write poem, I started from writing stories and now I am writing poems. So the first poem I wrote was This one, I saw it like when I broke a bottle, and it was a plastic bottle. So when I broke it, I felt some things in my heart. So that thing, before the bottle, when it was good, how it would speak with this lunch bag and all that is written in a childish way. So where love outweighs distance, miles are small size. When hearts entwine, when someone means to you so much. As a ship in the stranded ocean, light ray came past all the clouds and waves from the lighthouse of love. The light from miles far reached for the ship. Even through hardships, light came thrusting. As a bottle of water separated from the lunch bag of care, I stood in between other bottles with despair. I saw my bag of care standing in the next corner, but the distance remained unnoticed. The benches hid, the desks blocked. Still, I peeped to see my bag of care, and knowing that at the end of the day, this despair was not to remain. When someone means to you so much, when threads of heart entwine, the beautiful tapestry made, then the distance between the hearts barely counts. Thank you.
Wow, that is so brilliant and so mature. And you studying just ninth standard, that's what you say. But the mature one could, even the fully mature adult cannot write, cannot express in the way that you expressed. Give it up for Abhinav
Beautiful
Esmal. So
poem.
wonderful.
Such, yeah, very beautiful poem. Very nice message. Very nice. Beautiful.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So from Uzbekistan and Republic of Uzbekistan, Jansia Bim, I can't pronounce her name, it's very long. Jansaya Bibi Mariam has joined. Please unmute your mic. Please unmute your mic and read out your poem. Jansaya, please unmute your mic. Kindly unmute your mic, please. Janshaya from Uzbekistan.
Assalamu alaikum. Hello.
Hello. Please read your poem, ma'am. Glad to have it's an honor to have you. Please read your poem.
Қуанышлыман. Хаммеге сәлем. Ассаламу алейкум. Мен Қарақалпақстан, Өзбекстан Қарасыман республикадан. Қосық жазаман. Қазір мен бір қосығымды оқып беремен. Аму жағасында өскен бір гүлмен. Ілхам суларынан нәр алып жүрмен. Өзімше сайрағыш сұлу бүлбүлмен, қара қалпақ деген туған елімде. Аму жағасында өскен бүлбүлмен. Гозаллығын көріп ана жұртымның, шын перзенті болғым келер халқымның. Тоймас жамалына әзиз жұртымның, аму жағасында өскен бір гүлмен. Ішіп шербетінен паллы набатлы, бір дүниядан алғым келер сауапты. Су нәупір толы балық шабақты, аму жағасында өскен бір гүлмен. Нөкіс қалам бой көтерді жаңалап, қуан аман көшелерін аралап, дослық көзарына жүрмен жағалап, аму жағасында өскен бір гүлмен. Шадлық кешесіне кеулім арнаған, гөзал табиатқа зейнім шарлаған. Бұрынлары бұндай заман болмаған, аму жағасында өскен бір гүлмен. Ватан сенің менен бірге жайнайды, қарап жамалыңа қасла тоймайды. Sen жасарсаң күнде қомшап байлайман аму жағасында өскен гүлмен.
Wonderful, wonderful,
Сонымен болды.
wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. That was,
Рахмет.
give a round of applause, my dear friends. That was Jayashree Bibimaryam from Uzbekistan, read in Uzbek language. Thank you so much.
Рахмет. Рахмет.
Thank,
Әмегі сау болың.
thank you so much. Please welcome Dr. Mesh, Colonel Gopal Purdhani. Colonel Gopal Purdhani, sir.
Thank you very much, Prasanna ji, to permit me to say. And as usual, for the last 5 short time, I was recommended to read in Punjabi. Punjabi is a language that touches the heart straight away. So in that, what I have tried to do is, there is a lady, wife of a spy, Jawan, wife of a Jawan, who writes to her husband, and she writes कि मानी वे सलूट जांदी तेरी नौकरा जुदाई वे साहब जी नू तेई जरा मेम साहब दी दुहाई वे. She says, when you ask for leave for me, just quote his wife. मारी वे सलूट साहब जी नू कड़कदा छुट्टी लैके कनी रुख पिंड वाली सड़क दा काशनी दुपट्टे उत्ते लिचकदी किनारी वे. What I am reciting you, these are called tappe. They are all two-liners, and they are say log, whatever people, general people talk, whatever general people sing. So it says that Kashini dupatte upar, Kashini the color which is mixed with blue and red. Kashini dupatte utte lishkdi kinari ve channa chutti lake andar asi jind tere le suvari ve. He says, come home. I have decorated myself. I got my makeup done only for you. Gori gori veni vich wanga da suvar pini eyo kalai. Gori 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 vini vich wanga da shigar hai aunde ne kalave vich aj mera pyar hai. This is the language which is spoken, and a very touchy language. Aunda ne kalave vich aj mera pyar hai. Kalava is basically, you know, to hug somebody. ते कहती है सिस्क दे उंगारे केंद्री काली बसिया दी रात वे चांदनी दी लेके आजा चन्ना तू बरात वे. काले काले बदला चांदी दी लकीर वे. ये सारे ऐसे वर्ड्स हैं जो कि स्पोकन बाय illiterate people in their house and with their friends. सिस्क दे हुलारे मार दिए रात वे आजा चन्ना छुट लेके तू आज तो बारात वे. सोन दे सराटे तीर मार दे. सोन दे सराटे सावन के महीने का जो बादल होता है, बहुत ज्यादा बारिश होती है, तेज बारिश होती है. मार दे कराटे मेरे पिंडे मार दे. जल्दी जवान दे जार दे बाहर दे चराटे पिंडे मार दे. जल्दी जवानी नू होर पे जाल दे ਜਲਦੀ ਜਵਾਨੀ ਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਪਏ ਜਲਦੇ ਪੱਤਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਹਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹਦੇ ਪਿਆਰ ਵੀ ਹਾੜਾ ਵੀ ਤੇ ਸਾਡੇ मेल वे हाड़ा ही हाड़ा मेरे भगवान को मैं प्रार्थना करती हूँ कि प्लीज मेरे पति से मुझे बुला दो हाड़ा ही वे जवानी विच मेल वे सजना दी होठों तू पैंदी है तरेल वे तो ये टप्पे जो है ये रोज की जो बात होती है बच्चे आपस में बात करते बड़े आपस में बात करते अनपढ़ आपस में बात करते हैं ये उनके वर्ड्स हैं बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपका थैंक यू वेरी मच
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया सर बहुत आप आने के लिए और सुनाने के लिए भी
I think I'd like to say something here, Prasanna.
Yes, ma'am.
Prasanna, if I may say something.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, ma'am. Please.
Yeah. You know, firstly, you know, it's very special that Colonel Pradhani reads his poems in Punjabi, because you don't really come across this language much in the poetic forums. You know, you hear Hindi and you Telugu and, you know, various Tamil and various other languages, but Punjabi you seldom hear. So I think it's a very welcome thing to have him recite his poetry. The other thing is, I think Saraswati, of course, is it's your language, not, you know, but I am familiar with the language that you have brought to the forum. Whenever you write, Colonel Pradhani, you write a lot about the rural folk, and you write about you know, the sense of separation, especially soldiers going off to war, their women staying back, you know, the kind of longing, separation, the sense of, you know, the seasons, the changing of seasons, how they affect your... So it's a very romantic kind of language also. And to bring the language of the ordinary rural person's conversations, the way they express themselves, I must thank you for doing that. Because it's a kind of a preservation of a legacy. Thank you so much.
This is the folk of Punjabi. Thank you so much, Bali ma'am. I was about to come on this. I was about to say about this is a basic folk culture he is telling about. Typical, you know, when you go to a particular typical Punjab village, na, you find that kind of tappe language. That's called a teasing. That's a sweet teasing to each other. In the wedding also you can find, or anywhere. Like this happens in Punjab. So that's very heart touching, very nice, sir. Give him a big hand of applauses for keeping the Punjab alive with your verses. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Roopali ma'am, Saraswati ma'am. Please give a round of applause, my friends. Please welcome Miss Maria.
Good evening, good morning, everyone. This is Maria from Brazil. I have two pieces for today. One is prose, and the other one is a poem. Here I go. Poets writing. I think poets doesn't spend writing all the time. They write, read, a routine, I say. Daily activities they don't leave behind. Besides, experience convey their minds to penning words on paper from what he sees and experiences. Along their life, many thoughts come to their minds, and sharing with the world influence on you and many more. To become a poet writer, it's not an accident. It must there be something written in brain that drives you to love feather and ink and associates a need to writing. There are poets who enjoy long verses within the metrics of writing. Other ones are short and concise. but their words cause impact as well, can call attention of readers. Everything that comes from the bottom of heart, an audience ready to follow the scribbles. Don't be ashamed of what you write. You will shine for sure. You can't please all at the same time, but if you touch the heart and soul of a few, your piece was not in vain. All should keep flowing, and it matters at the most. Well, this was the prose, and the poem is, the title is Admirable Art. In verses rhymed or unrhymed, a thread of words tells a story. Some of them make us laugh, others make us shed tears. Fiction or non-fiction, truth between the lines, emotionally written, poet always pieces for tomorrow. Sculpted from heart, his pieces, eons of time, aligned thoughts, background, admirable art. Well, this was my poem. And I have another one. I don't know if it's possible or not. If possible, I would like to read my next poem. May I? Rosanna, where are you? You disappeared again. Well, I'm going to read my poem. Since you are not there, you are not here, I don't know. I'm going to read my next poem. The title of my poem is Shoreline. When I am on the shoreline near the tides, feet on the sand in the water, good side. Eyes look at the crest of waves all the time. The echo of the sea, it's so sublime. Lullaby, the web and flow are like guides. The sun high in the sky always provides a move to happy days, days of applied. Good rest after tough labor, not a crime, when I am on the seashore. A walk on the grit, never I denied. Family altogether satisfied. The meeting of holidays, glad prime, and basking under the sun every time. A tan on the skin, healthy body, mind, when I am on the seashore. These were my poems for today. Prasanna, I don't know, where are you? May I call someone else? Hi, Saraswati.
Senora Maria, before Saraswati comes, your poems are always so meaningful. They're full of joy and light. And of course, you bring forward a nature of kindness, which inspires goodness. And although you have these images which are very vivid, but there's a kind of softness and sweetness in you always. And I just wanted to mention that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Lantern. You always kind, and your meaningful analysis always is always a great pleasure to me. Thank you so much.
Yes, good morning, good evening, namaskar, sat sri akal, adab, salam. Thank you, Marian ma'am. How are you doing? Wonderful poem. I enjoyed listening all your poems. All the pieces were wonderful, heart touching, full of life. Thank you so much. And Lantern sir, wonderful. The way you explained about that expression was too good. And Roopali ma'am, to always excellent. Superb. And yeah, thank you. Now I'll start with without taking your much time. I'll start with my poem. The title of my poem is, ये हिंदी में है, I'll go with this. ये मैंने अभी लिखी. कुछ I watched someone like someone was drinking, and what happened when he drinks and come back to his home, and that scene, I created and I have mentioned in the words, like what he did. That person was like, he was having a small young children, and what he creates at home, and that's all house depends on him. So the poem goes like this. हिंदी में है ये. लेखिका हूँ लिखती हूँ, लेखिका हूँ लिखती हूँ, लेखिका हूँ लिखती हूँ, नम आंखों के ख्वाब को, नम आंखों के ख्वाब को, एक नन्हे बच्चे की दास्तान को, टूटे सपने, टूटे सपनों के जहान को, टूटे सपने के जहान को, नन्ही परी के इंतजार को, अपने शब्दों में तराश के लिखती हूँ, लेखिका हूँ लिखती हूँ, उन बे इंतहा मोहब्बत को, उस बे इंतहा मोहब्बत को, जो महबूबा से बनी पत्नी के इंतजार को, जो महबूबा से बनी पत्नी के इंतजार को लिखती हूँ, नशे में डूबे हरि को, नशे में डूबे हरि को, घर में हुड़दंग मचाते हुए, हरि को घर में हुड़दंग मचाते हुए, बिन बात के झगड़ा करते हुए, उन नन्हे नन्हे बच्चों की किताबों को फेंकते हुए, उस वैशी इंसान को, अपनी पत्नी को पीटते हुए लिखती हूँ, लेखिका हूँ लिखती हूँ, नम आंखों से ये मैं बयां करती हूँ। रोक नहीं सकती कोई भी आवाम उसके हाथों को, क्यों रोक नहीं सकती कोई भी आवाम उसके हाथों को, पर हाँ रोक तो सकती है कवि की कविता, पर हाँ रोक तो सकती है कवि की कविता, शराब के नशे में बहकते इंसान को, पर रोक तो सकती है एक कवि की कविता, शराब में नशे में बहकते एक इंसान को। अगर वो पढ़ ले, अगर वो पढ़ ले उसके, अगर वो पढ़ ले उसको आईना दिखाया जाए, अगर वो पढ़ ले उसको आईना दिखाया जाए, किस कदर का तू इंसान है, क्या खुराफाती तेरा दिमाग है। यदि वो पढ़ ले और उसको आईना दिखाया जाए कि किस कदर तू इंसान है, क्या खुराफाती तेरा दिमाग है, उसका अंजाम कितना खतरनाक है, उसका ये अंजाम कितना खतरनाक है, लेखिका हूँ लिखती हूँ इन सभी जज्बात को, नशे की लत को छुड़ाने की, नशे की लत को छुड़ाने की, समझ, समझ से समझ से प्रयास को लाने की, लेखिका हूँ लिखती हूँ। कानून बना सकते हैं, कानून बना सकते हैं, जो भी अगर घर पी कर आए, जो भी अगर घर पी कर आए, उसे करो जब्त, उसे करो जब्त, कानून बना सकते हैं। लेखिका हूँ लिखती हूँ, अपना एक प्रयास करने की कोशिश कर सकती हूँ। सभी शराब की दुकानों को सजाया क्यों है सरकार ने, सभी शराब की दुकानों को सजाया क्यों है दुकान ने, इनसे गरीबों के घर को मिटाया हम इंसान ने, इनसे गरीबों के घरों को मिटाया हम इंसान ने। सरकार को नजर क्यों नहीं आ रहा, सरकार को नजर क्यों नहीं आ रहा, लिखती हूँ हर बिगड़े हालात को, लिखती हूँ हर बिगड़े हालात को, लेखिका हूँ लिखती हूँ, लेखिका हूँ लिखती हूँ, करे सरकार यदि प्रयत्न, करे सरकार यदि प्रयत्न, तो सभी को काम मिले, तो सभी को काम मिले, ना नशे में आज कोई युवक हो, ना नशे में आज कोई युवक हो, ना मोहताज कोई औरत हो, ना नशे में कोई आज युवक हो और ना मोहताज कोई औरत हो, लेखिका हूँ लिखती हूँ। दिस आई वांट टू कंटिन्यू, आगे मेरे को कुछ इसके बारे में और मिलेगी जानकारी, तो आई राइट डेफिनेटली, बिकॉज आई हैव सीन ऑब्जर्व पीपल, दे drunkard, they how they behave when they go to their house, and it happened with my maid, she was telling me all about, and I've seen the shops of wine, and where liquor shops are so many, they are so decorated with the lights and all. Why we are earning the money from there? This should be, this is a luxury, this should be counted. Why one person he has to go for that liquor, and he goes to his house and he punishes his family unnecessarily, and okay, if he's not having a job, but it doesn't mean that he'll spoil his life, his family, and this and that. So it was very painful to to recite, to write in the words.
आप लेखिका हो लिखते जाओ मैं,
हाँ
ठीक
जी।
है।
तो
आप
शब्दों से हम कोशिश
इंस्पायर
कर
करते
सकते हैं कि
रहो,
लोगों को,
ठीक
तो हम
है।
समझा सकते हैं। तो आई ट्राई
आप
टू
लेखिका हो, हाँ,
pour in
लिखता
my
जाना,
words.
लिखते जाना है और इंस्पायर करते जाना है।
हाँ,
और
इंस्पायर कर सकते हैं कि भी मत पियो, ये जहर है, व्हाई यू आर डूइंग दिस एंड दैट, दैट्स इट। अगर वो पढ़ ले तो ठीक है। थैंक यू सो मच प्रसन्ना जी।
थैंक यू,
Thank you for listening,
Please
everyone.
give a round of applause, my dear friends. Please welcome Lantern Carrier.
I would like to say something on Saraswati ji's poem. Please, Prasanna ji, if you allow me.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, kudos to you, Saraswati ji. आपने लिखा
धन्यवाद।
बहुत अच्छा लिखा, and
धन्यवाद।
I would relate it. It was actually like an offshoot of what Maria said in her prose. Why people become poets, right? And I think precisely the reason you answered that beautifully in your poem, and because somebody will have to word in a proper way which hits people, that makes sense. And that tackles the things that hurt us individually as well as in society. And there are things that we tend to ignore, but it's not to be ignored. So somewhere somebody has to word and take it out in the open in a forum like this, maybe. And yeah, we have to do our bit, and you're doing it beautifully, Lekhika ji. Thank you so much.
Ma'am. Thank you so much.
All the best.
धन्यवाद Deepa Srivastava. धन्यवाद. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Lantern Carrier is up next.
Yes, let me just say that one significant thing which is being left out in Sikhism is, the Japji and the Holy Granth Sahib and even Sukhman Sahib are just littered with verses. And Gurudev Nanak Dev Ji is highly acclaimed for much of that. But of course, we know there are many more gurus. But it's very hard this language of separation and longing, which Dr. Roopali was talking about. It's so common in Sikhism. It's hard to separate them. And they're all in the Holy Scriptures. Very important. The road of the sojourner. Imperial hegemonies, whether ancient or modern, have increasingly created new ways of suffering and death, all because of inherent weaknesses that drives us. Evolution ensures a breathtaking science and technology that facilitates this process, where some humans remain complacent and a few less placed voices cry out for justice, largely ignored by egalitarian control. We see this playing out in open roads where hegemony breaks or enforces laws of hypocrisy, or the road of a multipolar order, striving to break the heavy chains of injustice by teamwork and alignment. This may eventually work for a while until the cycle repeats itself, for the problem, as taught by messengers of love, is inherent in beings and not outside us. Welcome to the road of the soul traveler. I am a mariner on a golden ship, striving to transform the turbulence of my shadows to manifest a much-needed light on my homeward journey. Fate impels the very footprints that I take. Destiny propels my soul like the very source that blends us all together. Patience, like a race, lies in the colored flag at startup and shows that it breasts the tape triumphantly beyond the finish line. Emptiness is an open wound I try to seal while my pain surges like a river. Charity is the joy of the soul's selfless love, and I often find its hidden self in unexpected actions. A smile, a gift, a hug or kind deed. Love walks with me, seeking a channel to express itself, a flame to someone's firewood, or a GPS to the cessation of all sorrows. When the rays of dawn emerge, when the sunlight catches the soul on the Elysian lap of paradise, I pray my words echo in your core, my spirit whispers in the magna of your being. I am right here, walking through the sunrise to a realm that heaven has made ready for my respite. Yet will my grandeur enchant like the scent of redolent roses, my laughter resonate in the hills and valleys afar. When the call of the beloved beckons, I will go, yet it is no farewell, but an awakening to the glories of the beyond. I will come again, for how can the sun not set when the day is waning? How will the willow waltz without the breeze fashioned from my love? We are together as breath in breaths, the sound of silence amid sleep, the soaring eagle, which will never dream that it can fly without feathers, without the feathers of love. Is light possible without the lapis lazuli of the perennial heavens? Love soars like the phoenix, a shimmering fire of longing, patient like the sunset, knowing that each day will fade. The quintessence of spirit is like daybreak, a light, a nameless emptiness which permeates all things, filling them up with the tau of presence. Where am I not? The glow that dances in butterflies is the very cuteness of a child's smile. So too, you'll hear my songs in the morning's dew, feel my essence in the old photographs of pleasant memories. Didn't I agonize in the Garden of Gethsemane? Yet I rose again from an old rugged cross, ascended the darkness, even as Orion merged with the twinkle in your heart. For my drop melds with the ocean which blends in me, for we are one. The decay in my sepulchre goes beyond the imperial chaos and confusion, for I am an eternal journey. The Lantern Carrier. Thank you.
You're on eternal journey, undoubtedly, Acharya, and nobody could deny that. Nobody could deny that. So thank you so much for putting your light in
Thank
this
you.
space that you have. Roopali ma'am.
Sir, can I?
Yes, please go ahead, ma'am. Anjali ma'am, you could show your drawings and art pieces as well, and so glad that you joined. Yes, go ahead.
Sir, amazing poem. So, నేచర్లో మనం ఏదైతే ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ చేస్తామో సార్ ప్రతి ఒక్కటి కూడా చెప్పడం జరిగింది. ఇట్స్ వెరీ అమేజింగ్. అండ్ లాంగ్వేజ్ వల్ల కొద్దిగా నాకు అర్థం కాలేదు కానీ బట్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఇస్ వెరీ వెరీ బ్యూటిఫుల్ సార్. ఎక్స్ట్రాడినరీ పోయిమ్ సార్. ఐ లవ్ దిస్ పోయిమ్. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Thank you so much. Very kind, so kind. Thank you.
Yeah, sometimes, sometimes, not sometimes, I always, every time I hear you, I wonder, it's kind of a crescendo, your poem just rises, to this huge denouement, that something is going to happen, some realization towards which you're moving. So I'm going to ask you a question, and that is,
Sure.
when do you write these poems? Do you write them at night? Do you write them in the early morning and when the sun is rising? Because they're very special
I can write them anytime, and I take from everything in life. I mean, sometimes I hear a poem here, and a line strikes me, and I write it down. I never use the same kind of line, but I kind of augment it. I like it, and I make it more profound because I have to put it in my language. But I pick up things during sleep, my semi twilight stage, at the sunset, on the streets and cars and trains. Nature, a lot of nature features in my poetry. But I write anytime, day or night. I'm writing. It's just a gift, and I have an intuitive feel which comes from the meditation. So I see pictures. Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful. It's when I listen to you, I feel that there is something so special about life, about living, about death, about what is going to happen, to the soul. There's something very, very much like Rabindranath Tagore. He would always write about love, and it was always a love that was very much for the divine, but it would be so subtle and so sweet. The language would be so sweet. And I don't know why, that line of his which says that death is not darkness, it is putting off the candle because dawn is here. It just came to my mind when you were reciting that poem. Thank you so much.
Dr. Roopali, you're always on my wavelength, so Thank you. Thank you. Dhanyavad.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's move
There is
on.
that Tagore's line, song. I'm not very good at all this, but it just keeps coming, wafting from somewhere. E jibon tapurno holo.
He was a
Your
Bhakti.
poem today made me feel that E jibon tapurno holo.
He was a Bhakti like her.
Thank you so much.
Prasannaji, just a minute. 1 minute, I'll just take. Thank you, Roopali, ma'am. You put it so beautifully. Totally relate to that. You voiced what I was thinking. And Mr. Lantern, it was wonderful. And I particularly like that line, "Welcome to the road of soul traveler." And then you progress further. And what kind of freedom one would enjoy as a soul traveler? And and you mentioned it beautifully, the clarity, the strength. Even I think the sunset would feel so personal as a soul traveler to us, So it was beautiful, relatable, and wonderful. We'll remember it for a long, long time.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Brother. Very nice. Thank you so much for reciting this.
Muchísimas gracias. That is Spanish.
My dears, and thank you so much, Lantern, Roopali ma'am, Anjali ma'am, Deepa ma'am. Let's welcome Dr. Radhashri.
Namaste, sir. I am very much thankful to our Prasanna Kumar for giving me this opportunity. This Sunday, I am coming with the problems of tenant farmers. Tenant farmers is a peculiar category in India. They don't have land on their records, but they will grow on somebody's lands, and they are having so many problems. They do not get insurance, they do not get any drought measure reliefs, everything. So I have depicted their problems in a poem. అయ్యా అభ్యుదయవాదులైన ప్రగతిశీల కవులారా, మానవత్వ రక్షణకు కంకణం కట్టుకున్న భావుక పుంగవులారా, దేశానికి నాయకత్వం వహించాలనుకునే దేశ నేతలారా, చక్కని సాహిత్యాన్ని విని చప్పట్లు కొట్టే సగటు జనులారా, మా గోస వినండి, మా బాధలు చూడండి ఒక్కసారి. రోహింగ్యాలను రక్షించేవారు ఎందరో ఉన్నారు, రావణులను వెనకేసుక వచ్చే వాళ్ళు ఎందరో ఉన్నారు, అక్రమ వలసదారులను ఆదుకునేవారు కనిపిస్తున్నారు, కానీ మా గురించి అడిగేవాడు కనుచూపు మేరలో లేడు. మా పేరు మీద భూమి పత్రాలు పట్టాలు కనిపించవు, మాకు భూమి లేదు, అయితే నేల తల్లినే నమ్ముకున్నాం, దుక్కి దున్నుతున్నాం, విత్తులు విత్తుతున్నాం, పంట పెంచుతున్నాం, పండిన పంటంతా పట్నంలో భూస్వామికి అప్పగిస్తున్నాం. మా పేరు మీద భూమి లేదు కాబట్టి బ్యాంకు రుణాలు రావు, మా దగ్గర శ్రమశక్తి తప్ప నయా పైసా లేదు, మా భూ యజమాని కౌలు గుంజుకుంటాడే తప్ప మమ్మల్ని ఆదుకోడు, అప్పులిచ్చే వ్యాపారులు తాకట్టు లేకుండా అప్పు ఇవ్వరు, ప్రభుత్వం కరువు మండలాలను ప్రకటించినా మాకు ఆ సహాయం అందదు, నష్టపరిహారాలు లేవు, ఇన్సూరెన్స్ ఫలాలు కూడా యజమానులకే వస్తాయి, దిగుబడితో సంబంధం లేకుండా కౌలు ముందే గుంజుకుంటారు, అందుకే కౌలు నమోదు వ్యవస్థను ఏర్పాటు చేయండి. ఐఎమ్ గివింగ్ ఏ సొల్యూషన్ ఆల్సో. కౌలుదారులను గుర్తించండి, కౌలుదారులకు గుర్తింపు కార్డులు ఇవ్వండి, బ్యాంకుల్లో లోన్లు వచ్చేలా చట్టాలను మార్చండి, కౌలు రేట్లు తగ్గించండి, అన్నిటినీ మించి మమ్మల్ని మనుషులుగా చూడండి. దిస్ ఈస్ ది పోయం. ది ట్రాన్స్లేషన్ ఇస్, ఓ మై డియర్ పోయట్స్ who are so much progressive poets and who are so much doing for the sake of the humanitarianism, kindly listen to our problems. Oh leaders, people who are running the show, running the country, and who wants to run the country, that means treasury benches as well as oppositions, kindly listen to our problems. People are there who will protect Rohingyas in India. People are there who will protect Ravans in India. People are there who who will be protecting the Akrama Valasadarulu. That means people who are coming to India without any papers. People are there to protect them, but nobody is there to protect our interest. This is the problem of the tenant farmers. Ma peru meeda bhumile, we don't have any land at all, and no paper is there, no patta is there. Even then, we believe in our effort and we believe in the land. We sow the seeds, we will protect the crop, we will reap the crop, and we will give the crop to our landlords. Whether we grow or not, we have to pay tenant fees first itself. Bank loans will not come because land is not, land papers are not with us. Even insurance will not come. Even if government declares drought, that drought relief measures will not come to us. It will go to the landlord only. Landlord will be in the city. He will not come to the rural areas, and he is not at all bothered about our problems. Whether rain has come, whether fertilizers are there, whether pesticides are there, he is not bothered. He wants only his tenant amount should be paid in advance itself. That's why we are requesting all the people to make a tenant registry act. So people have to register their tenancy with the government so that it will be a recognition. You give identity cards to tenant farmers also. You make the bankers to give loans to the tenant farmers also. And as if you are making a rent ceiling act, you make a tenant ceiling act also. So they should not squeeze the blood of the tenant farmers. Above all, kindly treat us as human beings. This is the meaning of the poem. This is the practically people are suffering. I have seen people suffering so much. Even without growing anything, they have to pay tenancy to the farmer who is enjoying the life in the city. This is the problem I am bringing to the notice of all of us in the international forum with the help of our Prasanna Kumar. And I am very much thankful to you for giving me this opportunity to bring the problems of certain section of the people every time. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. You're again one of the lights that you spread, with your verses. And
Prasanna, I would like to say a few words here. I think that the poet here is a social activist, and he's the true poet of the people. I've always, whenever I have listened to you, sir, I've always felt that, you truly represent what poetry should be. I heard, Saraswati, the social activist, the social justice activist, and to bring the voice of the tenant farmer is perhaps the most exploited, human being on earth. He's really the most exploited. And to give him a voice through your poetry, I think, you should be an award-winning poet because you're the poet of the people. You're not just poet, you're not somebody. And every time I hear you, I feel that way. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Poetry is for people. For any art, it should be for the upliftment of the people. Then only it has a purpose. That is what I believe, madam. Thank you. Thank you.
In terms of the quality, you have a vibrancy and a dynamism added with an emotiveness that flows like a running stream. And that is always apparent in every single work you do. You put emotiveness, you put dynamism and vibrancy in the work, and that makes it engaging and connective.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sir, good evening, sir. Hello.
Yeah.
Okay. You can carry on.
Add a little to congratulations for taking this up through poetry here. I myself have worked for agricultural cooperatives in rural areas for more than 3 decades. So I've seen what you brought out from very close quarters. That's why we always, root for cooperatives, basically for agricultural-based cooperatives. And tenant farmers' woes are not hidden. They are there, and they are the most vulnerable section, I would say, when it comes to agricultural labor force. And they are the quietest sufferers. And you are giving a voice, as Roopali ma'am said. And what I am trying to say is that I just hope that whatever government policies you mentioned, those acts and all, they come through. And I hope it is taken up at the right forum of the government, and they do something about it. It's high time that this is done. Thank
This
you.
is to be done.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Good evening, sir. I'm Anjali Das, Andhra Pradesh, sir.
Andhra Pradesh, right.
Andhra Pradesh. సార్ మీరు చెప్పిన పోయంలో ఒక రైతుకి ఏ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఫీల్ అవుతున్నారో చెప్తున్నారు, అలాగే సొల్యూషన్ కూడా మీరు ఇచ్చారు. సో గవర్నమెంట్ ఈజ్ నాట్ థింకింగ్ అబౌట్ మనం ఒక వరి మీద కానీ పొలాల మీద మాత్రమే బతుకుతున్నాం, కానీ దాన్నే పట్టించుకోని పరిస్థితి ఉంది. సో దీని మీద ఆర్టిస్టులుగా చాలా మంది రెవల్యూట్ అయ్యి స్ట్రీట్ ఆర్ట్లు కూడా చేస్తున్నారు చాలా మంది. ఇంటర్నేషనల్లో గుర్తింపు వచ్చింది కానీ ఆంధ్రాలో గుర్తింపు రాలేదు సార్. తెలుగు వాళ్ళు గుర్తించలేదు, అది ఫారెన్ వాళ్ళు గుర్తించారు. సో మీరు చాలా బాగా చెప్పారు సార్. ఈ పోయంని ఎందుకు మీరు బయటకి ఎక్స్పోజ్ చేస్తే కనుక మీ ఉంటుందని నా ఒపీనియన్. థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
చేస్తున్నాను ఎన్నో తీసుకుంటున్నాను. సోషల్ యాక్టివిస్ట్. ఐఎమ్ డూయింగ్ ఇట్. ఆంధ్రాలో ఎక్కడి నుంచి మీరు?
ఒంగోలు సార్. ఒంగోలు. జేఎన్టీయూలో చదువుకున్నాను సార్, హైదరాబాద్ లో. ఇప్పుడు నేను పక్షుల గురించి ఒక ప్రోగ్రామ్ చేస్తున్నాను.
అలాగా
ప్రొటెక్ట్ చేయాలి పక్షుల్ని, అలాగే వాటికి వాటర్ ఫుడ్ ని అవైలబుల్ చేయాలి, చెట్లని ప్రొటెక్ట్ చేయాలి. చెట్లని ప్రొటెక్ట్ చేస్తేనే మన లైఫ్ ఉంటుంది. ఇవన్నీ దూరం అయిపోతున్నాయి, దానివల్లే మన ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్.
మేము కూడా దాని మీదనే వర్క్ చేస్తున్నాము. మీ నంబర్ ఇవ్వండి, మేము కూడా కలిసి వర్క్ చేద్దాం. కలిసి ప్రసన్నకి ఇవ్వండి, నాకు ఇస్తాడు.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Please welcome Dr. Gangalaxmi Patnaik and Mr. Shyamaprasad Patnaik.
Good morning. Good morning, evening, everyone. I am Dr. Gangalaxmi Patnaik, India. I like to present a poem on vision with fashion. On vision with fashion. This poem I want to present as I am impressed very much by the sunglasses of our president, founder, K. Kumar Prasanna. Don't mind, but seeing your sunglasses, I have written this poem. This displays the popularity of sunglasses, colorful sunglasses. The poem runs like this. Vision with fashion. Title is Vision with Fashion. I am happier and wiser than I am now. The sunglasses molds the syntax of my living, the substance of my soul's song. I am happier and wiser than now. The sunglasses molds the syntax of my living, the substance of my soul's song. I started wearing sunglasses that keeps us together, makes our meeting holy and wholesome. I started wearing sunglasses that keeps us together, makes our meeting holy and wholesome. Sunglasses fall on me like colorless rain, cling to my bones hymn, tag to my acquaintance, to love of unspoken. Sunglasses fall on me like colorless rain, cling to my bones hymn, tag to my acquaintance, to love of unspoken. Wearing sunglasses make me confident. You cannot see my eyes' happiness, sadness, the burdens of loneliness, my motions and emotions. Wearing sunglasses make me confident. You cannot see my eyes' happiness, sadness, the burdens of loneliness, my motions and emotions. Life is brighter, and I feel as if I am a rock star while wearing the sunglasses. Life is brighter, and I feel as if I am a rock star while wearing the sunglasses. Its mystery flutters in the reasonless wind of my confidence. Its silence only sustains to certain stillness. Its mystery flutters in the reasonless wind of my confidence. Its silence only sustains to certain stillness. This is the end of my presentation. Thanks, friends. Thank you.
Beautiful, ma'am. Please give a round
Beautiful.
of applause, my dear friends. Please welcome Dr. Mr. Shyamaprasad Patnaik.
Good evening, dear poet friends. Thank you, Prasanna for giving me this opportunity to recite my poems. Today, I am going to recite two poems, one in English and another in my mother tongue, Odia. The first poem which I am going to recite is Rose Petals, Resonate Love. Rose Petals, Resonate Love. And here it goes. Rose thrives in between leaves of love texts. Rose thrives in between leaves of love texts. Twigs create ravishing rows containing indelible aromas. Stems support flourish into buds, ushering new creation. Resonates many secrets of sweet, loving moments hidden. Rose still eager to embrace and express emotions. An epitome of divine grace and promise. Petals symbolize reproductive organs like pollens. Bud inside grew into leaves, stems, and flowers. Fragrance of love emanated immense divine auras. It is said love never die in vagaries of autumn. Spring facilitate it sprout to germinate in pollination. Velvety petals invoke lovers to rejoice blissful union. Promises of love and harmony manifest divinity. Passionately promised love grow to transcend beyond eternity. And that is the end of my English recitation. And now I am going to recite one Odia poem, The Art of Living. ଓଡ଼ିଆର ଶୀର୍ଷକ ହେଲା କବିତାର ଶୀର୍ଷକ ଜୀବନ ଜୀଇବାର କଳା। କବିତାଟି ଏହିପରି ଆଶାକୁ ଉଜ୍ଜୀବିତ କରି ସ୍ୱାଭିମାନ ସହ ପରିସ୍ଥିତିର ସାମ୍ନା କରିବା ହିଁ ଜୀବନ। ଆଶାକୁ ଉଜ୍ଜୀବିତ କରି ସ୍ୱାଭିମାନ ସହ ପରିସ୍ଥିତିର ସାମ୍ନା କରିବା ହିଁ ଜୀବନ। ଯେବେ ଜାଡ଼ ଶୀତ ଆସିଯାଇଛି ସୁଗନ୍ଧିତ ବସନ୍ତ କଣ ବହୁ ଦୂରେ ରହିପାରେ? ଦୌଡ଼ ପ୍ରତିଯୋଗିତାରେ ଜିତିବାକୁ ହେଲେ ପ୍ରତିଦ୍ୱନ୍ଦିତାର ସମ୍ମୁଖୀନ ହେବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିଥାଏ। ଆଶା ଏକ ଅନନ୍ତ ଝରଣା, କେବେ ଜଳ ଶୁଖେ ନା, ଚିର ସ୍ରୋତ ଶୁନି ବହି ଚାଲେ। ଏହି ପ୍ରେମ ପକ୍ଷୀ ଭଳି ଅହରହ ପ୍ରେମ ସନ୍ଦେଶର ଗୀତ ଗାଇଥାଏ। ଯଦି କେହି ଦୁର୍ଗମ ପାହାଡ଼ ଶିଖରରୁ ଖସିଯାଇ ସୌଭାଗ୍ୟବଶତଃ ବଞ୍ଚିଯାଏ, ତେବେ ସେ ପୃଥିବୀର ସବୁଠାରୁ ଭାଗ୍ୟବାନ ବ୍ୟକ୍ତି ଭାବେ ପରିଗଣିତ ହୁଏ। ମରୁଡ଼ିରେ ଶୁଖି ଆସୁଥିବା ଗୋଲାପ ଗଛକୁ ସଞ୍ଜୀବିତ କରେ ଟୋପାଏ ଜଳ। ସ୍ୱଳ୍ପ ବର୍ଷା ଜଳର ସ୍ପର୍ଶ ଫୁଲର ସୌରଭ ଏବଂ ମହକ ଫେରାଇ ଆଣେ। ସାହସ ଏବଂ ଦୃଢ଼ ଇଚ୍ଛା ଶକ୍ତି ବିନାଶକାରୀ ବନ୍ୟାରୁ ମଧ୍ୟ ତୁମକୁ ବଞ୍ଚାଇ ପାରିବ। ଭାସମାନ କ୍ଷୁଦ୍ର କାଠ ଖଣ୍ଡଟିଏ ତୁମକୁ ରକ୍ଷା କରି କୂଳରେ ପହଞ୍ଚାଇ ପାରିବ। ପ୍ରତିଦ୍ୱନ୍ଦ୍ୱୀମାନଙ୍କୁ କଳେ ବଳେ କୌଶଳେ ପରାସ୍ତ କରି ସର୍ବୋତ୍ତମ ହେବାକୁ ଚେଷ୍ଟା କର। ଯଦି କେହି ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନର ମହାମାରୀରୁ ବଞ୍ଚିଯାଇ ନିଜ ପ୍ରିୟଜନକୁ ହରାଇଛି, ସୂର୍ଯ୍ୟ ପରି ନୂତନ ଜୀବନ ନେଇ ଅନ୍ଧାରକୁ ଶେଷ କରିବାକୁ ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ ଉଦୟ ହେବାକୁ ଦିଅ। ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ପରିସ୍ଥିତିକୁ ସାଦର ଗ୍ରହଣ କରି ଧୈର୍ଯ୍ୟର ସହିତ ଅପେକ୍ଷା କର। ସକାରାତ୍ମକ ମନୋଭାବ ନେଇ ଭବିଷ୍ୟତର ସୁଫଳ ପାଇବାକୁ ପ୍ରଚେଷ୍ଟା କର। ସେହି ଅନନ୍ତ ଈଶ୍ୱରଙ୍କ ଉପରେ ବିଶ୍ୱାସ ରଖ, ଯିଏ ସବୁକିଛି ନିର୍ଣ୍ଣୟ କରନ୍ତି। ନିଶ୍ଚିତ ଭାବରେ ସଫଳତା ତୁମର ପଦସ୍ପର୍ଶ କରି ମସ୍ତକକୁ ମୁକୁଟ ବିମଣ୍ଡିତ କରିବ। ତ ଇଏ ଥିଲା ମୋର ଓଡ଼ିଆ କବିତା। ଥ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ୟୁ ଫର ୱାଚିଂ ଲିସନିଂ ମି। ଥ୍ୟାଙ୍କ୍ସ again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for springing up with spring poem. So beautiful, and thank you for sharing in Odia as well. Please give a round of applause to both Dr. Gangalaxmi Patnaik and Sneha Goel. Please welcome Dr. Roopali Sarkar Gaur, our mentor, guide, her mother, foster mother, I would say. Undoubtedly.
Thank you. Thank you, Prasanna. I don't wear a hat, but I wish I had one. I'd take it off to you because I know that for the last 3 days you've been attending a beautiful literature festival in Hyderabad in which you have participated as a poet, as a panelist, as a discussant, as a book launcher, and you've been making so many friends and you've been welcomed. So that's a super thing that you've done. And we're so proud of you. And it's a pity that I couldn't reach there because of certain problems that I was having here. But I could see it all through the photographs that were being sent continuously, and your participation was tremendous. So I don't have a hat, but you can take it off for me. Now I'm going to read a short poem because I'm plunged in darkness here, and there's very little electricity. I don't know why, and. This is a poem that I've written on, as you know, I always write about people and my responses to them. I have two cousins who are in their late 80s and who went away to the United Kingdom more than 55 years ago. And they talk a lot about returning, but never do because, England is the country that is of their adopted land and they're so used to it. So I've written this poem for them. It says so many summers. It is getting cold over here. The trees are already denuded of their leaves. Only skeletal branches remain, reminding us of the harsh winter months ahead. I took this from a mail that he had written to me. So these lines are really his, not mine. Then I continue from there, bringing with them long nights, rain and stormy winds, cloudy snow, overcast sky, flu, cold, cough, chapped lips, and many miseries. 50 and 5 summers have gone by. The throne of England has finally got its king. We had lived a long time with the Queen. We were both young then, my brother and I. We're old now. Parkinson makes my fingers tremble, and my brother's spine doubles up. Old London has now grown young. We grew up in the old London. Its towers stood out, an ominous reminder of a barbaric past. The Buckingham Palace, its colorful guards on horseback. We had felt safe. A 90-year-old monarch protected us and the remnants of a once vast empire. Then all seemed well with the world. We have turned strangers now in a new city. We have grown old and London has become new and young. Large glittering stores overwhelm us. The neighborhood grocer has disappeared. COVID strode in and said, "Don't love your neighbor." So we shut our doors and doused ourselves deep in sanitizers. The London was vacant. It smelt of formalin. We don't step out much these days. Our days and nights blend together in a chaotic calendar. We eat whenever we wake up or don't eat at all. Doctors are our only social contact. Once we were merry bachelors, we now wish we had a family. We're afraid to be left alone. One of us will go first. Time to return home. Time you return home, they say. How to wish away the decades, so many summers in a land we made our own. 55 wonderful years. We want to wearily return home. Our minds are made up, but our hearts are not. You see, winter approaches. Thank you. So that's about my brothers in London.
What a extra beautiful layout, ma'am. What a beautiful layout.
Yes, I mean, she was touching on COVID in such a very beautiful way, but at the same time mentioning London, she reminded me of the fact that she said she would actually be coming. So I was kind of getting really thrilled inside to hear her speak of London because I know her children are here and she's talking of visiting London. So please come, I'll take you around to Madame Susan
Yes,
to
I'd
shake
love
hands
it.
with shake hands with the queen and with the king. King now.
Oh, yes, I have a date with you. Thank you so
Everything like
much.
that. Yeah.
Uh,
Buckingham Palace,
Roopali,
etc.
yeah, very, very nice. Really enjoyed the poem, ma'am. And I so rightly you said old age, I think, is more or less same everywhere. Like you said, kids only contact is with doctors. So that is true. And how beautifully you have worded their longing. I mean, though they have spent 55 years in London, they have seen it progressing or changing before their very eyes, but still they long for home now. I mean, beautifully expressed and so
Thank you
so
so
nice.
much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much
so
for
much.
writing this, ma'am. Very nice.
You do listen very carefully to our poems.
I do.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, Deepa ma'am is very keen on, observing and listening and learning. Of course, she's a great learner. I mean,
Pleasure.
she's like a studious of, But
Pleasure.
yes,
It's pleasure.
thank you so much, ma'am. Indeed.
Thank you
What
so
a
much.
beautiful layout. I would say just layout.
Yes.
That describes everything. Thank you so much, ma'am. Let's go to Devendra sir, Devendra KC.
Namaste and good evening from Nepal. I have a piece about doubt. People having doubt everywhere these days. How easily can a man burn in a single spark of doubt, mistaking a mere rope for a snake passing completely out? How craftily can a man deceive another soul, changing his mean path on a whim, losing his inner control? Thinking life is just a fleeting space between birth and grave, day and night for power and prestige, he acts like a slave. How many foolish scholars and wise fools have we seen change, altering their deep beliefs through doubt in a way so strange? Seeing others ride a horse, some try to climb the rooftop high, failing to know their own true self. In pools of regret, they sigh. Hearing whispers from afar, they think the plot is for their head, winning and wasting from within, consumed by baseless dread. Hearing a foreign leader has traveled to another state, is it a plot against my land? They fear and calculate. Scared of an unseen beast that might be lurking ahead, they freeze in place and fear to walk the path they ought to tread. Elders say that raging doubt can burn whole empires to the ground. Yet humans change their destiny before reality is found. The tales of Akbar and Birbal are mirrors of a life well led. Yet man trusts whispers oversight, pushing a broken sled. Knowing we came with empty hands and empty we shall fade, why does man still hoard so much by greed and pride betrayed? When endless ways exist to live long after death has come, why risk the future for today and strike a clueless drum? Why risk and the future for today and strike a clueless drum? Oh, wondrous human. Thank you.
Very wise and nice, I would say that. Very intellectual. Thank you so much, sir. Devendra sir, anybody would love to comment? Deepa ma'am or Richard? Anybody around Lantern?
I think it is
Well,
something that we need to tell ourselves very frequently, like you mentioned about the doubts, which can be at times baseless, and most often than not, it is like that. You like Kalidasa believed that snake, the rope to be snake, a snake to be rope, and he went upside, through the window he climbed and all. So that story was coming in my mind. So yeah, one can lose sleep over a doubt if it is baseless, but we cannot take chances. So I think beautifully recited and worded poem, and yeah, uh, we have to pay the cost of believing baseless doubts, I think. times. So that care we have to take. Thank you. Thank you.
It is a very big one in the spiritual life. We seem to accept things one way until something else happens, and then we begin to question ourselves. And Vivekananda is so well known in India, but even he questioned his master at certain points. Because there is always a larger picture, but one cannot always see it unless one is truly realized. Vivekananda later went on to go on to do great things, but at a certain point in his life, when he was much younger, he had doubt in his master. His faith wasn't quite cemented. But we don't need to think of spiritual teachers. It happens in the ordinary life. We go into life every day, and what's going to happen tomorrow. It's common to all human beings. Am I going to get that money you promised me to pay my bills? Whatever it is, there is always a doubt.
Thank you. Thank you, Lantern, sir. Thank you, Deepa ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Please welcome Miss Jayashri Ray. Jayashri Ray.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Please, am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. Good evening. My poem, The Bush of Cactus. The diabolical atmosphere resonates with unknown words. The wildlife in the animal kingdom in between lies in the bush of cactus. This sense of insecurity of mind is constantly searching the pole star of the living world. In between lies the bush of cactus. The cactus and cactus and cactus may be the origin of human existence is now completely bare open, and it will remain so forever. When six senses and six seasons will assembled and reassembled regularly to keep the irrigation, the bush of cactus, forever, the bush of cactus. We are the human being, a bush of cactus. Thank you.
Excellent, man. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That was Miss Jayashri.
Second one, please, this is my ghazal. This is my ghazal in Hindi. Ghazal Raat aur Rajnigandha. Rajnigandha is the flower of seasonal flower of rainy season. This is my ghazal. सपनालू आंखों में रहूंगी प्रिय, आशा है रजनीगंधा फूल की महक, बिताते बिछाया जा रही हूँ एक जिंदगी, बिताते बिछाया जा रही हूँ एक जिंदगी, पल पल सुनो दिल की बातें, सपनालू आंखों में रहूंगी प्रियो, सपनालू आंखों में रहूंगी प्रियो, रजनीगंधा की महक शांत रात की गोद में चांद बिखेरे उजियारा, रजनीगंधा महक उठी मन में सपना संवारा, धीरे धीरे पवन चली लेकर मीठी खुशबू आई, दिल की बातें कहती हुई याद किसी की रंग लाई, तारों वाली इस रात में सब कुछ खोया खोया खोया, सब कुछ खोया खोया खोया, रजनीगंधा की महक संग प्रियो का चेहरा संजोग हुआ, प्रियो का चेहरा संजोग हुआ, रात और रजनीगंधा, मैं और रजनीगंधा, प्रिय मैं और रजनीगंधा. Thank you. This is the ghazal which made by D.R. Kabir, Hyderabad and Kerala. This is the YouTube from myself. Thank you very much, Prasanna. The new one. New one.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Beautiful, excellent.
Thank you.
Please give a round of applause, my dear friends.
Where cactus and opposite Rajnigandha. What a theme of colors. Cactus and Rajnigandha. Cactus is my real life and Rajnigandha is my love life.
Thank you so much. Please give it up, my dear friends.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Miss Anjali Das, ma'am, you could show your pictures and paintings or whatever. If you have any writing, you could share. Don't hesitate. Yes, unmute your mic.
సార్ ఒక్క నిమిషం సార్, నేను ఆల్రెడీ తీసి పెట్టాను. నేను చదువుతాను.
సో స్క్రీన్ షేరింగ్ చేస్తారా మీరు?
సార్
స్క్రీన్ షేరింగ్ చేస్తారా? ప్రెజెంటేషన్ ఏం చేస్తారా?
నాకు ఆప్షన్ తెలియదు సార్.
ఓకే నో ప్రాబ్లం.
సార్ నేను రాశాను. ఓకే సార్. నా తామర పువ్వు లాంటి కళ్ళు ఆ అందమైన తామర పుష్పంపై పడిన క్షణం, ఆ తరువాత అవి మరోవైపు చూడడానికి ఒప్పుకోలేదు. ఆ పువ్వుల అందం నన్ను అక్కడే నిలిపివేసింది. ఆ గాఢమైన ఆకుపచ్చని ఆకుల మధ్య ఆ తామర పువ్వుని చూసిన క్షణం, మొగ్గగా వికసించిన అందం నాకు గుర్తొస్తుంది. పూర్తిగా వికసించిన తర్వాత కూడా వెనుక వైపు నుంచి ఆ అందాన్ని మళ్ళీ కొత్త పరిచయం చేస్తున్నట్లు అనిపిస్తుంది. అయ్యో ఓ తామర పుష్పమా, నువ్వు ఇంత అందంగా ఎలా ఉంటావు? ముందు వైపు నీ సౌందర్యాన్ని వర్ణనాతీతం, ఆ వెనుక వైపు చూసిన అంతే మంత్రముగ్ధం చేస్తావు. ఈ ప్రపంచంలోని అందమంతా నీలో దాగి ఉందా అనిపిస్తుంది. ఈ అద్భుతమైన ఫోటోను తీసినటువంటి ఇది నీల్ కమల్ అడగ్ గారు సార్ రాశారు, అంటే ఫోటో తీశారనమాట. ఆ ఫోటోను చూసి నేను రాశాను. ఈ అద్భుతమైన ఫోటోని ఎంతో అందంగా చేసిన నీల్ కమల్ అడగ్ గారికి నా హృదయపూర్వక ధన్యవాదాలు. మీకు తెలియకుండా ఈ ఫోటోను నేను ఐ టుక్ ది స్క్రీన్ షాట్ అనమాట. సో దానిలో నాకు తెలిసిన ఒక ఫీలింగ్ ని నేను రాశాను.
Excellent. So very well, picturized and bring it out through the painting that you have. So beautifully narrated. Excellent. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. And please welcome the last but not least, Miss Satinder Sethi.
Good evening, Prasanna ji, and all the poets present here. I am late joining, but still I wanted to be here maybe for a few minutes. I present my poem. The title is Love in the Air. Love in the Air. Soft breeze and soothing sunshine all around. Soft breeze and soothing sunshine all around. Nature awakens with a joyful sound. The birds sing sweetly, perched on the trees. The birds sing sweetly, perched on the trees, and flowers sway in the gentle breeze. Beneath our feet, the grass is green. Beneath our feet, the grass is green, a sight of beauty, a serene scene. In the embrace of spring's warming kiss, Lovers dance beneath the heavens' sweet bliss. Hand in hand, they wander through the garden rich. Hand in hand, they wander through the garden rich, their hearts entwined, their souls in sync. Their hearts entwined, their souls in sync. Whispers shared in the shower's soft sound, confessions exchanged at love's bugle sounds. Whispers shared in the shower's soft sound, confessions exchanged in and love's bugle sounds. So let the love ripen. So let the love ripen. Let the promises soar. The spring season heightens the love we truly adore. The spring season heightens the love we truly adore. Thank you. This is my small poem for today.
Excellent. Simply sweet and beautiful, man. Beautifully measured. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That is Miss Satinder Kaur. I think we have finished to the end of, I mean, we have reached to the end. I take a silly, I don't know. Acha, yes. It's based on a prompt where like, I don't know if you could see this. Uh, so maybe my take. The rhythmic opulence, coiled rhymes of the cosmic dance, the sun and the moon, the masculine and the feminine forces, set to break the floor of galaxies with no form of definite structure, abstract and hard about conjecture. Unlike the human with the skins of desire, the dance here not mere a cynosure for lusty and lascivious eyes who cannot see through divine copulation that results in the rise of population. You need to understand this sensation. Sometimes the images are thrown into further interpretation. Would you be much beyond our imagination so that the resultant translation only could prove our conception? The right or wrong, good or bad is the notion. The ultimate action is only our awful perception. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, my dear friends.
Let's hear it for Prasanna.
Thank you, Richard. Yes.
Yes, Prasanna, nice, good, very nice poem, Prasanna. Always you read short and very meaningful. Very nice. Thank you.
Just wondering that.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much for your
Lovely
request.
poem.
I wish you all
Lovely.
to come coming Sunday, and I wish you all to bring in your friends and share the link as much as possible. Especially, I request Deepa ma'am, since she is a professor of the college, so you could share the link with your friends, students, and you can, get in them. It would be good to hear voices. Thank you so much. Yes, Anjali ma'am, thank you for joining.
Thank you, madam.
Big thumbs
Thank
up.
you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prasanna. Thank you.